Hi everybody, I'm Neil, this is Nitrotek, and welcome to my video review of this large 2.4 gigahertz 4-channel helicopter. Now it comes in this fantastic box. It's about 80 centimeters long with a nice window in the middle, so once your helicopter is packaged in there, you can see it straight away. So if this is a gift for somebody, as soon as they open it up and get to the package here, they're going to be really quite excited, I'm quite sure. Very lightweight as well. Obviously all aircraft of this nature is as light as possible, so it's not a heavy box to cart around or anything like that. So let's put it aside and get into the contents and look at those a bit more closely. Now, with everything out on the table here, it's easy to get carried away and look just at the helicopter, but there's more to this package than just a helicopter. So I'm just going to set that aside. Now I have to say that going straight to the handbook isn't really something that I normally do with these videos, but I have to say, having had first-hand experience of flying this helicopter, I found the handbook particularly helpful. Not only does it give you detailed instructions on how to get the best from the radio equipment, which we'll touch on in a minute, but also in getting started, trimming up the helicopter to make sure that you have the best flight possible and to get your confidence going with it as quickly as possible. And also one of the things I really liked is that right at the back of the manual there's some ideas of how you should progress with your flying, and there's some exercises here which actually appear on the face of it to be fairly dull, but when you actually get into the flying of the helicopter, I found them to be really quite a challenge, and I enjoyed very much getting involved with them. Also included with the helicopter is this great LiPoly charger. It's a mains charger that basically you plug the main battery for the helicopter into. It's very easy to use. You get a long wire with it, so you don't actually have to take the battery out of the helicopter. You can hook it up with no problem at all. I found it very easy to use, and again, that's included. And if for some reason your first experiences with flying this helicopter do go wrong and you do happen to have a crash and break a blade, included in the package is a pair of main rotor blades, a tail blade, a screwdriver and some ancillary pieces here. So they're already included, so they're almost a bit like your insurance policy when you first get flying with this helicopter. Now the radio itself is a very tactile 2.4 gigahertz affair, and 4-channel, very easy to use. As you can see, a large LCD display. The stick movements are very smooth. You've got digital trims for all 4 channels, and I found it very easy and intuitive to use. Okay, so we're on to the main event itself, which is the helicopter. Now, I actually really like the scale of this. It being so big, it's actually very good for beginners because the smaller the helicopter, the more twitchy and sensitive to inputs they are. But you don't have that quite so much with this. Now, it's not so big that you can't fly it indoors. Of course, you will need a bit of space, but particularly if you've got an indoor flight club near you, that would be the perfect place to start with this. Now it is 4-channel, so what does that mean? Essentially you have control over 4 directions of flight. So you have the speed of the rotor head, which is your up and down. You've got the side to side motion in this plane. You have turning motion, and of course you've got forwards and backwards. So those are your 4 channels of operation. The battery is located in the bottom of the canopy at the front, and is accessed with when you access the cables, you just pull the cables out of the canopy here, and you've got the plug straight into the charger that comes with the helicopter, and the other wire plugs into the metal, there's a plug on the metal frame of the helicopter. So that's the battery. It's good for between 10 and 13 minutes flight time, which is more than ample. I have to say, having done some of the exercises recommended in the instruction manual, it's a really good flight time. You'll get a lot done in that time. And on the other side of the helicopter, there's a simple on-off switch. I'm just going to flick that. you'll just hear the servos click. And finishing off detail is the inclusion of this LED light on the front of the canopy. I think that looks really rather spectacular. So there we are. A large metal 2.4 gigahertz helicopter with all the great features. It looks great and it's at a really low price. So bag a bargain and click away and make your purchase. So thank you again very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.